Okay guys, welcome to this new and another exciting episode. So as you can actually see, this is the boom 1000 H4 time frame, and I took this trade, right? And in today's episode I'm actually going to show you a simple top-down analysis that you can actually do to take this kind of setups. So as you can actually see here, my setup is somewhere around, okay, you can actually see that this is my TP here. Let me see. So my TPS was something like $200, and my SL I moved it slightly below break even, and it's on $10, right? So on this trade I risked something like $20, right, to make $200, and 200 divided by 20, that gives us 10, right? So our risk reward ratio on this trade was 1:10, which makes it something that's super good considering that we want to be on the industry for long. So first and foremost, what I did is I marked out more my swing points on the H4 time frame, and this is what I'm actually doing right now. Right, remember, this is what we always do on our directional buys. On our directional buys time frame, we always mark out our swing points, right, before we can think of anything else, right? So I'm doing that just now. So a swing point is just a turning point. You can do this, right? So considering that I've marked out my swing points on the H4 diaphragm, I'm actually going to find all my possible trend lines. So if I take this point here and this point here, I can actually get a very cool trend line, right? Okay, on this episode I'm only sharing what I did and what I always do, guys. Okay, so this is my first trend line. Let me mark another one starting from the top there, right? Okay, I'm trying to find something cool here. Okay, so these are the trend lines that I've observed, right? So what I'm actually going to do right now is I moved onto my H1 time frame here. I might need to zoom here so that you get the sense, right? So on my H1 time frame, what I did is something simple, right? You can actually see that this trend line was being tested a lot of times and it was great, right? So before I move to my H1 time frame, I want to be realistic. So I added this indicator called the shiver supply and demand, right? So you can actually see that it plotted all these things, right? So there was an untested resistance here, and your price was actually not going to come there. It was a B5 and it was just untested as crazy, right? So we had this verified resistance right here that was tested 1, 2, 3, and the fourth time here, which created this downward move here. And so I was actually looking for my entries on this point here, right, which was our verified resistance. You can actually see that it also created those kind of crazy swing points. This one here, right, which made it our main of X, right? I don't know what you call it on the movies. So my TP, I placed it on this untested support because price is to go there as well as testing this trend line here, right? So this is what I did on the H4 time frame. So I knew price was actually going to play around this zone here. So I also added this indicator called the error channel. You can actually find it on our Telegram group, right, channel or something like that. So this error channel created these trend lines here that are moving in this direction, and you can actually see that on this yellow line here, price was actually doing something. So price actually reversed on this yellow line. In most cases it actually touches this red line here, the top part of our error channel, but on this case price actually reversed on our verified resistance as well as on our yellow line. Then the other indicator that I actually added is the I regression. Okay, these indicators are only price action indicators, nothing else. So considering that I've actually added the I regression, so it actually created this. You can actually see that this yellow line here, it was actually created by the I regression, and I took it as another confirmation. So on H4 time frame, I was done using the I regression and the shiver supply demand plus the error channel plus a little bit of price action. So what I did from here, I moved to my H1 to find out my crazy entries, right? So on H1, right here, these two indicators actually created this move here, this kind of thing here, whereby it was tested and price moved back up here. So I entered this move here. Why? Because you can actually see that there was a middle part of the block here. So I just put my cells on this on the body of the order block, right? And I placed my stop loss around this zone here, which was something around $20. I'd like risked my $20, right? And so you can actually see that considering that I'm using these indicators and price action only plus a little bit of ICT, I used the order block for my entries and price action only. So on this one I didn't move to smaller time frames because I was not looking for a sniper entry. I just wanted to move in line with the market, and this is how I managed to do this one, guys. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button, comment, like and share.